Hey, party people, listen. There's a battle for your soul going on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This battle has been going on for ages, but it's getting worse. And I think because the adversary, or Hasatan, or Satan, or Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, he knows that time is short. That's why they really need to be able to control us. Everything is a part of this battle. You would be amazed at how the whole world is constructed for this battle. It really is. And one of the things that Satan is focusing on now, and it's scary because I really believe that by the time my grandchildren will have children, everybody in the world is going to be homosexual. They're going towards that because you think that they're pushing the homosexual agenda because they love homosexuals. That's not true. They're fighting for homosexual rights. They don't care anything about homosexual rights. Same way they don't care about civil rights or black rights. There's no such thing really as civil rights. We all have human rights, and that's it. We don't need extra rights. We're born with human rights. They just control us with this fake civil right, and we think we want to be under, but really what we're doing is giving them control. And that's what they're doing with the homosexual. They're pushing homosexuality because it's always been about population control. The more homosexuals that they have, the less the population grows, because homosexuals can't reproduce with each other. So it's about population control. It's not anything at all about we love the homosexuals. That's not. And people that's homosexual, they know there's some kind of agenda they being used for. They know it. They're being used to push depopulation. That's it. And this spirit, this homosexual spirit, is running rampant. Because if they taking children from the time they're born, and they're pretty much telling them that, anything against it goes against the natural order. Anything that goes against the natural order of things is not good for you in a whole. Food that goes against that. People sitting and argue about crossbreeding food and how it's health. I can't even understand how anybody in their right mind could be tricked into thinking that food not grown by seeds or grown by its natural order in the dirt which has the nutrients, which had the nutrients, but they took the nutrients out because they want to take everything out that makes you healthy. They want you to always, forever be sick. Because when you're sick, they can control you. They control you with their so-called medicine that harms you. See, you can sit there and say, oh, this is what people say who have no discernment, don't have God in their life. They say, oh, you're trying to scare us. No, the world is the way it is. Well, if that scares you, then you need to do something about it. You need to develop a relationship with God so that you don't know how long I have fear. Because if you have a relationship with God, He hasn't given you the spirit of fear. So nothing would make you fearful. Nothing would make you put you in a state of being fearful. That just would be you. I mean, that's a demonic spirit that puts you in that kind of feeling. So you need to get rid of that demonic spirit. Same way with if we don't do something right now, and you know what you got to do? We got to take our kids out of these public schools. We have to take our children out of these public schools. You got to homeschool your kids. Maybe start developing where some parents can watch the kids at a certain time, or unfortunately we can't get the churches to do it because the churches are 99% of them are under 501c3, which means they're run by the government, and the government tells them what they can preach and what they can't preach and what they can do and what they can't do, and the government is not going to allow them to homeschool children. You know that in order to get a grant to open a church, you gotta make sure that you preach what they tell you to preach, and you gotta preach that the laws are done away with. You gotta preach against the Sabbath, and you gotta never teach the Messiah's real name, or never talk too much about the Messiah's real name. There's certain other things that they can't do when they get this 501c3. But when they get the 501c3, they get money, they don't gotta pay taxes. So, a lot of people, that's what they're after anyway. They're not really after they're not really after the kingdom of God. So, but everything is a battle. You got to be aware of that. Everything is a battle. You have to fight this battle every single day. And that really fighting the battle will help you fight the battle and keep your mind in the right place, in the right way, without being programmed to think the way they want you to think, is to turn off the TV, turn off the radio. That until you get discernment where you can watch these things and know what they represent and know what is being programmed and what is not. There's always programming in every program that you watch. Like right now, you cannot watch any program that doesn't have a homosexual in it. They're gonna throw a homosexual in there as quickly as they can, and they can say, "Oh, that's because homosexuals in the world." You know what? Right now, it's not homosexuals. Not in every single area. Like, matter of fact, I don't. Well, I do now. Before I would work a job and there would be no homosexuals on the job. I didn't have one that had one, and now I'm at a job that has probably more than one. You see, that's the way it's going now. That is how it is going. That's how life is going. This is not a dig against anybody that's a homosexual. But if you are homosexual, just be aware that it's a spirit. It is a spirit that is taking it, that is coming into you, and you are being part of a program, or part of the system to help depopulate the world. Now, even if you are a homosexual, you say, "I want children too." If you did, you would probably have one child, or you would adopt children that's already alive. So you're not adding to the population. Most people are homosexual who decide that they want children. They go out and they adopt children. And that's a blessing. That's a blessing for the children. But you're not adding to the population. So they won. They won. You didn't add anybody. You're just helping out some children that's already here.
Call ended.
So that's it. That's it for the day. I just wanted to say to you, you have to really, be mindful. The battle is going on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the battle is for your mind. And how to get control of your mind is through television, through media, through social media, through music, through news. The news especially. The news is 100% to program your mind the way that they want you to think, behave, and act. Nothing you see on the news is outside of the weather is true. It is all a story made up, all fake, made up in most studios, or they program it, they design it outside the studio. All of it is not, none of it is real. Not one iota of news is real. It is all created to program you. Have a blessed day.